this channel where we spread love and positive vibes, guys. And I want to start by thanking our new subscribers, our returning subscribers. We really appreciate you. We really thank you. We really are happy how you support us. We don't take it for granted, and I always say that. And remember that we always pray for you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord enlarge you. May the Lord protect you and shield you together with your family. We don't take it for granted, guys. And even taking your time to actually explain to us every detail about what we are shooting, the topic of the day. And we appreciate so much. And your positive comments and your motivation that we keep on shooting what we are shooting. We really appreciate. We don't take it for granted, guys, and we really say thank you to you. Continue supporting us. Subscribe to our channel if you have not. Share our videos so that we can help us to spread love and positivity. Guys, today I was watching Dee Mwango as she entered the train. And let me tell you, every day I get amazed at how Jamaicans love their country. As I was looking at the comment section in Dee Mwango's video, I saw so many comments of people who are born in Jamaica. They no longer live in Jamaica, and they followed Dee Mwango from the time she entered the train until her journey was over. And they really appreciated, and it made them to remember their memories as young children. And I want to share with you some of the comments I saw in the comment section, and I was so happy. I felt the love that these people have for their motherland. I always tell you, Jamaicans love their country with all their hearts, with all their minds, with all what they have. The other day, we shot a video of the Jamaicans in diaspora, how much they support their country, how much they stand with their country, how much they support those that cannot feed themselves in Jamaica. That shows great love. You know, it is very rare for people to come out of their country and go and look for green pastures and actually settle in another land, and actually they are completely settled there, and they still remember where they came from. They still remember the people they left behind. They still remember the struggles of the people in their country. It's not easy. It takes a patriotic person, a person who loves their land, a person who completely dedicate themselves to their land to actually remember where they have come from. And sometimes I look at Jamaicans, I completely admire them. Every day, they actually shock me with the love they have for. I remembered a lady who actually told Dee Mwango, I entered with you in the train. Remember that she was not there. She was entering the train by watching the video. And she told Dee Mwango, I rode with you. You carried me in your ride. And when you reached the station called Bog Walk, I got chills in my spine because I remembered that village. I think it's a village, because that is where I was born. And you took me down memory lines to where I was born. And she continued to tell Dee Mwango, that is why we watch your video, that is why we love you, because you make us remember where we came from. You make us appreciate the land where we were brought up, the land where we were born, the village where we were brought up, our activities when we were young, when we were riding this train with our parents. Remember that this is just a video, and this lady actually remembered the village and the activities they used to do, and actually she was telling Dee Mwango, our children and our grandchildren are missing this amazing experience because it is an epic experience. As we watched the train go across Jamaica, we could see the beauty of Jamaica, the tunnels, the vegetation, the landscape, the many towns. And actually sometimes when I look at Jamaica, it reminds me sometimes in the village I was born. Because some of the places are so much like African, some of the African places. And therefore, as I was looking at that train, crisscrossing Kingston, St. Elizabeth, and so on, I remembered some of this vegetation, some of these roads, it's like one is in Africa. And no wonder Dee Mwango loves to be in Jamaica because she feels at home. She experiences the climate that is here in Kenya. She experiences the love that she receives in her parents' house. And that is why she really loves Jamaica. So there is that lady that talked about her experience in Bog Walk, where she was born. And she told Dee Mwango, you have taken me down memory lane to when I was a small child. There is this other lady who talked about that she used to travel by this train from Kingston to St. Elizabeth about 7 years ago. So it's like this ride of Dee Mwango actually reminded so many people of their childhood, the many journeys they used to make, the many rides they used to take from different places riding the train. And by the way, some of the Jamaicans actually were saying they didn't know that there was a train. Can you imagine, guys? And that is why it is good to welcome visitors, to welcome people in your land, because they actually make you realize the riches of your land, the beauty of your land, the potential of your land. And we have said once again and again, we have come to learn so much about Jamaica, so much about the potential of the Jamaica as a nation, so much about the people of Jamaica and their culture. Through these videos, some of us just sit here and we have come to appreciate the culture in Jamaica, the people of Jamaica, the food, the vegetation, the agricultural activities, the many rivers, the many waterfalls, the forests, the beaches, the resorts. It's like already we have arrived in Jamaica. And I really appreciated the people of Jamaica appreciating what they can see in the video about their land. There is this other lady who said that I have told you, she traveled from Kingston to St. Elizabeth by that train 7 years ago. And she was saying the joy of riding this train and navigating the dark tunnels, it was epic. Those many years ago, she used to ride in this train. It was so epic to see the train navigating the tunnels, seeing the beauty of Jamaica, and moving from one city to the other by train. So they were actually taken back to when they used to ride this train. And there is one who was saying that as a child, I used to ride the train from Montego Bay to Kingston. And it was so amazing. Can you see how many people have appreciated just a ride by train? Because it's like the Jamaicans want to hear about their land. They want to experience with the people that are there. Now that some of them are abroad, they want to see what is happening in their land, what is going in their land, because they have this love for their land. They are so patriotic to the land of Jamaica. And that is why they can watch the videos until the end of them. Then there is this one who was saying, I used to take the train from Gregory Park to River Sandel in the 80s. Can you imagine in the 80s? This person has been taken down memory lane to the 80s when she was a child. That she used to take the ride from Gregory to the river Sidel. And she was saying that the journeys were amazing. The journeys were exciting. She enjoyed the ride by train. Can you see how many people have been taken down memory lane? And one was saying, I missed the days I used to travel on those trains as a young child with mom from Kingston to St. Elizabeth to visit the families. From Kingston to St. Elizabeth to see the family. And there is one I saw who was saying we used to ride the train during lunch hour and we could go through the caves and enjoy the beauty of Jamaica. And I was saying, wow, these people, they really love their ride. They really love to see what is happening in their ride. To remember the days they were young and they used to take these rides, the train rides, and they used to maneuver through the different cities, Montego Bay, Kingston, St. Elizabeth. And I saw one explaining that if you ride the train from, Boardwalk, there is a tunnel you can actually use and you go all the way to Ochorio. Somebody was explaining to Dee Mwango. And you go seeing the many beautiful sights from Boardwalk to Ochorio. Meaning that this train can link so many cities, because I could see so many people saying, I used to travel by this train from this place to this place to this place. It was a train that could actually crisscross many cities in Jamaica. And people are so happy. People appreciated the ride. People appreciated to see what they used to do as young children. And you get excited when you see the activities you used to do as a young child and being repeated when you are old, you have children, you have grandchildren, and they see you appreciating your past, appreciating when you are young, the activities you used to do when you were young. I really was happy with the Jamaican people going down memory lane to what they used to do back then when they were in Jamaica. Some of them are not even in Jamaica. I remember one of them was saying that they moved to America, but she could appreciate going down memory lane to what they used to do when they were young. So epic. And I really appreciated and I was so happy. I cannot wait, guys. The day I will reach Jamaica, I will step my foot on the Jamaican soil, because there is so much to see. There is so much to do. There is so much to enjoy. Jamaica has become like another land of ours. And I wonder why some people feel annoyed when they hear Dee Mwango say, Jamaica is my home. Because right now, the place I have reached, I have really appreciated the reason why Dee Mwango always talks about Jamaica as a home. Because when you relate with the people of Jamaica, you relate with the different beautiful places in Jamaica, you actually feel like you'd want to visit it. You'd want to experience the great experience in Jamaica. Not in the falls, not on the rivers, not on the landscapes, not on the mountains, not on the forest, not on the food they eat, not on the agricultural activities done there, and the businesses that are done there. Jamaica is a great icon. It's a great country that everyone can desire to visit during their lifetime. Everyone can desire to go and see the beauty of Jamaica, the beaches, the resorts, everything about Jamaica. The historical sites. You know, we have read about a lot about the history of Jamaica, and someone desires to see the many historical sites in Jamaica. Guys, the other part of this video, I'm going to talk about Kenya. You all know that I am a Kenyan, actually in the central province of Kenya, the Kiambu County. And I want to talk about what has been happening in our country. And I want to categorically say, our country is beautiful. It has a lot of potential. It can go to greater heights of prosperity and accountability. But we have to do something as Kenyans. And I was so happy when I saw small nanas, young nanas. I'm talking about Nana because Nana was a Jamaican woman who was actually taken as a slave from Ghana. And when she arrived in Jamaica, she was taken there to work like a slave. And like yesterday's video, I narrated the hard work the slaves used to do under their masters, the Spanish people and the British people. And therefore, Nana arrived in Jamaica and she was supposed to do the activities that were being done by all the slaves in Jamaica, including her brothers. And therefore, Nana decided as a strong girl, I'm sure by then she was a young girl, as a strong girl, she decided, no, I'm not going to work as a slave anymore. And she escaped and ran away. And this woman led a revolution. She trained warriors that were supposed to attack the British army in guerrilla wars. And she fought without giving up. No wonder I told you the other day, Jamaicans never quit. They never say quit. This strong woman I'm celebrating today, and whom our young people in Kenya have portrayed to have her character, stood and said, we are going to fight until slavery ends. And she fought with the Maroon people. She fought until a treaty was signed to end slavery. Some of you actually were telling me the years when this treaty was signed, and I appreciate so much. So the reason why I've repeated that story is because on the streets of Nairobi, we saw young women and young men declaring categorically that they have refused the financial bill that is being forced through our throats by the government. And they stood by their principles. And the policemen were throwing tear gas on them. And these women stood firm. They were being thrown water. I don't know whether it is water or water mixed with what, but that water is very itchy. And they could actually have people helping them to pour more water on their bodies so that they can neutralize. And they stood and demonstrated and said no financial bill. And I really loved the spirit. Sometimes it is good to stand by what we believe in. I saw the other day Jamaicans actually demonstrating on the streets, refusing people who had come on an aeroplane and landed in their rad, and they actually categorically said, we cannot allow strangers to enter in our rad, and we don't know their plans, we don't know what they are carrying, we don't know what they have come to do in our rad. And they stood firm until that aeroplane had to go back. I saw the same spirit on the streets of Nairobi. People standing firm. People fighting for their rights. Because oppression is bad. Oppression is slavery. Oppression is not good. And guys, it seems that sometimes our leaders, they want to take us to the slavery. You are in your own country. It is an independent country. But the things that are being done are forcing you to live like a slave. Remember that most of the people that were demonstrating, actually guys, if you can know on the ground the problems that people have, that is why people reaches a point that, and they say enough is enough. The other day, there is this lady I was talking to. She's a parent in the school where I teach. And she came and she was crying in the office. And I asked her, what is wrong, Mama? And she told me that she was the house, you remember there were floods in Kenya, and most of the people were affected, and this lady was one of them. So where she was staying, the government demolished that house because actually they were saying it posed a risk to the people living there because of the floods. But they were not settled anywhere. So this lady took her children and her belongings and went to the church and kept the belongings there and looked for a one-room house so that they can stay with the family. And the children are big. One of the son is actually in Form 2. And therefore, she was coming to say the son is so depressed because he can see the condition the parents are in. They cannot afford a meal per day. They are actually being fed by the church. And to make the matters worse, this young man has a hole on the neck. There is a condition that is oozing some pus on the neck. When I looked at that lady, my heart went down. I really felt bad. The whole day I could not concentrate. I saw the pain in that lady, and I could not afford to help her. That son of hers is supposed to take medication every day because of the condition he's in. And then these are the same people that the government is actually taxing the diapers, taxing the sanitary towels, taxing the cancer drugs, taxing. Every day we wake up, it is a tax. Every day we wake up, it is a tax. I'm not a politician, guys, but this has hurt me a lot. It's like the government does not understand. People are living in very, very bad conditions. Some of them cannot afford a meal a day. And therefore, when I saw these young people standing and saying no to oppression, I really felt that the spirit of those people that stood firm and fought for our freedom, and fought for our liberation, and fought for freedom from slavery, did a great work, did a beautiful work. And therefore, we have to stand. And like I said in the other video, liberate Africa from oppression. Liberate Africa from dependence on other states that dictate conditions to us, and we oppress the people on the ground so that we can satisfy the masters we are obeying. It has become too bad. And that is why I was saying, unless Africans we unite, unless Africans we agree that we are not going to be dictated for the conditions we are going to live in, we cannot get the independence we all look for. The independence our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean desire us to have. And therefore, when I saw these young women and young men standing for their rights, I was so happy. I was so happy. I appreciated. And I felt it is good to say no to some of these things, because they actually force people to live in a very, very bad state, which is not what God purposed us to live. God purposed us to love one another, to embrace one another. It's not about enriching one person while others are dying, enriching our stomachs when others are dying. No, it's about sharing. It's about love. It's about positivity. And we take our rights to the next level. So guys, I was so happy about the people of Jamaica, one. Secondly, about our youth standing on their rights, standing on their foot and saying no to oppression. It was great. And I appreciate them, those that are watching me. And guys, I think I'll end up this video here. And I really thank you for your cooperation. I really thank you for supporting us, being there for us, and actually commenting in our videos. We appreciate so much. May the Lord bless you. Bye bye. See you during the next video.